As some of you know, maybe not everybody, there's been a lot of HVAC system failures here in Lakehouse Cove, myself included. My whole system didn't fail, but I had to replace my coil already. So it just dawned on me, I don't know, I think the mantra's been that the builder put in cheap systems and they work hard and they fail after 7 years, but that just didn't sit right with me. I just don't understand that the system should last a lot longer. So I just had an incident happen with a home inspection we did because, and I'll get into that in a minute, but I did a little bit of research, a lot of it on ChatGPT. I applied a lot of common sense to what I find, and I think that these systems failing's a little bit more. You're certainly free to check this all out yourself, but I just thought I'd throw it out on the table there, and before somebody goes and you just jump and you buy another system, which can fail again in 7 or 8 years, this could very well be a reason why. One of the things I found out is the most common reason that blower motors and evaporators fail is because of high humidity combined with poor airflow and restricted duct systems, and that's kind of where I'm going with this. The builder, when he has to build a home here, he has to get a permit, as we all know, and part of that is an HVAC engineered design system. And if you've, and what they're supposed to do is provide the airflow, CFM, to each room, return air sizing, static pressure, and duct routing and layout. If with modern truss construction, if you've ever been in an attic, and I'm going to post some pictures in the bottom of the post here somewhere, or in the comments below. I've been in a lot of attics here doing home inspections as a realtor. And I try to stick my head up in a ladder and look around, and we've had a lot of instances of where this ducting, which is flexible, it has a band around it to kind of secure it to a beam or something, is restricted, and a lot of that could contribute to what we're talking about here. So the common issues include long flex duct runs, sharp bends and kinks, poor duct support, leaky ducts, undersized return systems, or an oversized system. If you have to have your system replaced and somebody convinces you to say, well, why don't you just get a better system or one that's going to work a lot better, that not necessarily may not work for your house, because those systems run longer, or run shorter, and don't take the humidity out of your house, resulting in problems with your coils. So the story that I'm about to tell you, we did an inspection here in Lakehouse Cove, and the coil was freezing up, and when the system shut off, the freeze up melted, and the water was not running into the drain pan; it was running through the filter, because that's not correct. And so the buyer had a HVAC company come out that did but the test they did was a static pressure test and a CFM airflow testing, and the results of the test were that it was low flow, pressure is okay. Now, the system that was tested in this particular instance was 1 year old. It's a brand new system. The prior system failed. So what happened was the HVAC company just came in and just changed it, and didn't look for the cause, because and the cause was various parts broke down because the system overworked because of the airflow, and it's been that way since they built the house. So my suggestion, and you guys is all subject to checking, if your system has failed, it may have failed, but what you need to do is find out, why did it fail? I truly believe that Trane or any of these other companies, I don't care who they are not building systems that are going to fail in 7-8 years. Something's not right with that. So there has to be a cause. And my contention is, if you looked in some of these attics, look in your attic, the way these things are run, they're like piles of spaghetti, and they're not run correctly, in my opinion. And I'll put some pictures up about what some of them look like. So my suggestion, if your system has failed, certainly it failed, but look for the cause first. And one of the causes could be most likely an airflow problem. So I'm in the process of trying to find more than one company. Not every HVAC company that's going to come out and replace your system has people on their staff that can do static pressure testing or CFM airflow testing, duct leakage evaluation, return and supply pressure readings. Those are all the things that are important to make sure that your system does not get overloaded, works harder than it should, and then you wind up having a failed system. So I will post those companies that I've actually spoken to who have somebody on their staff that can do that type of testing. And if your system has failed, to repeat myself, find out the cause first before you have to replace the system, but correct the problem that caused it fail in the first place.